is undertaking a census of Ugandans engaged in any type of business to enable planning.
We always, after 5 years, we do a census of business establishments. This is aimed at knowing the structure of businesses, what they engage in, their turnover, the employees they have, and generally the structure of these businesses. That census of business establishments, which we are now completing actually, we have completed because we used it to sample for the National Manpower Survey. That census of business establishments, in addition to being used to get the framework for sampling, or the frame for sampling, we also use it for understanding the structure of the economy.
Previous records have shown that Uganda is a highly entrepreneurial country, but how true these records are will go a long way in assessing economic performance. In a bid to ensure development, the United Nations adopted the 17-point Sustainable Development Goals under Uganda's chairmanship. However, it is an uphill task to obtain data for all the 17 indicators.
The Sustainable Development Goals is quite a statistical challenge to us, statisticians, and particularly national statistics offices. And at the international level, as statisticians, we are discussing this question on how we can respond to the statistical needs of the SDGs. They are quite enormous, and the resources available for statistical production around different countries, particularly in Africa, are quite limited.
World leaders are back from attending the 71st session of the United Nations General Assembly under the theme, The Sustainable Development Goals, a universal push to transform our world. This, as the World Bank report indicates, a rise in poverty levels in northern and eastern Uganda.
It means that when peace returned to northern Uganda, there was a significant drop in poverty level from 63 to 46. But then, between 2009-10 and 12-13, we see that the decline is not very significant. What this one implies is that we must understand the whole question of poverty in the northern region. Yes, it is declining, but then we must ask ourselves why it is declining at a declining rate. One thing that we must understand is that in the northern region, we have got a whole generation that was traumatized by the war. And that whole generation, we possibly are going to see it in the labor market in the next possibly 15 to 20 years. And therefore, the northern question must be addressed, must be looked at as a unique case.
According to the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, inflation fell to 4.8% year-on-year in August from 5.1% a month earlier, as well as the producer price indices that indicated that prices were decreasing at a decreasing rate, a trend he cautioned against misinterpretation.
That prices have gone down. It means that the rate at which prices are increasing today is lower than the rate at which they were increasing in the previous period. So we call that one increasing at a decreasing rate. If inflation was decreasing, then you would actually see a negative number in terms of the inflation number.
Mr. Mungereza has, however, made appeals to government bodies to utilize statistics.
When we produce statistics and it's not used, we feel defeated. We actually feel so bad. Because if it's not used, it means we are useless as an institution. The second point is funding for statistics, particularly in the ministries, departments, and agencies of government.